And you were saying just before we came on air, Juliet, that you've got, I didn't quiz you about this at the time, but you've got a sort of an experience of going viral that was a bit sort of double-edged.
Well, it was. I mean, it's so weird because um, I'm I try not to be addicted to social media, but I am. And then the
Guilty.
only good bit, yeah, but the only good bit about it, I guess, is I do try and tweet jokes because it's good practice writing jokes. And I tweeted a joke which is on my timeline. I'm probably going to massacre it myself, but essentially, have you been involved in a car crash that wasn't your fault? And then the reply is yes, Brexit.
I remember that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and and it was weird how, like, I looked after 10 minutes and a few people had tweeted it, and then because it got tweeted by people higher up the kind of comedy food chain, I guess, who then retweet, and then other people retweeted it. So it did really well. Um, but obviously, with that came, it was lovely because, first of all, I was like, hooray. And I kept being obsessed by the numbers. But then, of course, after a bit, you get the people with the union flags and the people saying, oh, you pathetic, not even funny, comedian question
Oh,
mark,
the old favourite, yeah.
all of that, and then and weirdly, I mean, stupidly, I think now it's happened to me once, it wouldn't bother me so much. But I mean, actually, I was walking in the Lake District at the time with my family, and I didn't look at any of the scenery. I was just so busy replying
Oh,
to these
God.
people.
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
you
you
also
actually chose. Well, hang on a sec. You chose to reply.
Yeah,
Oh, come
well,
on.
stupidly, no.
Rookie error.
Well, the two things that would get me would be when people would say, "Oh, you're just London elite."
Hmm.
That's why you're saying that,
And you were
and
in
I
the Lake
felt like,
District, so that's so unfair.
yeah. Well, it
Yeah.
was ridiculous. Well, I was only there
I
on a
know, I
working
know.
holiday, but even so,
Yeah.
it felt like it's nothing to do with being London elite. I think this is what's good for the UK, and I've lived in Europe, but so, and then after a bit you don't reply, I guess, and then but I started to a little bit, especially, yeah, and then every now and then what would happen would be that people would be, once something goes viral, people make their own memes,
Hmm.
and and then people would at me, like my friends would at me saying, look, this person's pretending they wrote it. And so then I'd say, hey, could you credit me?
Hmm.
And which is also a minefield. And then it got
That is incredibly time consuming on the one hand. I mean, first of all,
mad.
replying to the people that were the
Yeah,
replying to the haters, that's got to be,
yeah,
a hellish thing. Um, but, but I know, I think I'd be more motivated to basically say, would you mind crediting me? So I know I'd be busy one way or the other.
yes. Well, that
But
was the
yeah,
thing, because I wanted the credit. And I mean, but because there's so many Facebook or Twitter things that are Remainers. So I was sort of pleased, but people were passing off their own joke, and actually I think it was Willesden Station have got like a big
oh
whiteboard.
god,
They
okay.
wrote it on a
They're not the
whiteboard.
only tube station, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But they post silly things on it, and they posted the joke,
Oh
and
my goodness.
so it was sort of nice, but it also felt really annoying. And in fact, even the other day, I saw that someone had made a meme of it and sent it in to James O'Brien at LBC, I
Right.
guess he works at, and someone had done their meme, and someone had atted me saying, "Look, this person's," but they'd done it wrong. They'd said, "Have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault?" Yes, Brexit.
Oh.
And so then people were saying, "What a stupid joke! It doesn't even work." And I
Oh
was like,
god.
"It's because it said car crash. I'm a car crash." And then you just think, "Oh, just it doesn't matter." Like if you know Mark Simmons,
Oh yeah, yeah, I know
online
Mark.
a
Yeah.
comedian, and I think he wrote a joke that I'm probably now going to massacre. Something like, "Have you got? I'm looking for a book on turtles," and then the reply is hardback, And he's like, yeah, and little legs as well. And it's a great joke, and it went viral. And he tried to after a bit, you just have to go, let it go, doesn't matter, I can't do it anymore.
I guess you've got to get through that process before you reach the kind of let it go, but at least the let it go thing is useful for the next time it happens.
I think so. And and as for the haters, because I then did the only other thing, it was going viral, but I deleted it, was when COVID was about to kick off and Boris got his girlfriend pregnant, and I said, gosh, Boris is multiplying quicker than the COVID virus. And that did well. And then the haters really got stuck in with accusing me of not being feminist or, saying be kind. And it was like, I wasn't being horrible about Carrie. I was being horrible about him.
Yeah.
But you just go, I'll leave it. And I deleted that.
I know
I couldn't be bothered.
It's easy to say, but do you get to a point where you sort of focus on the likes and the retweets and you think, oh, haters can because these people who've never probably mustered more than a few likes or retweets themselves necessarily.
Yeah.
Or the troll fraternity, anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what you've got to do. I mean, I try not to, I wasn't overly bothered, I guess, after a while, because I've got friends that have been on, anyone that's been on the telly, I think, like I looked at, someone had written to me after the Carrie tweet, or the Boris Johnson tweet as it actually was, someone said, God, you're just so ugly. And it was like, this is irrelevant to the joke.
Right, okay, yeah.
But he said I looked like someone I'd never heard of. So then I was like, what? Like, how old is this guy? Because it was like some horror film thing. And then I saw that he tweets Nish Kumar 3 times a day with you. And I thought, wow, if that's what Nish puts up with, this is nothing. And you do just go, well, okay, I wish I hadn't deleted the tweet now, but you do also go, who are these faceless, horrible people?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, Twitter knows.
Oh, exactly. I mean, the only thing that did make me laugh is 1 or 2 people, because it said, my Twitter profile, I think, still says, do shows with my dog.
Yeah.
1 or 2 people said, is the dog the funny one? Which did kind of like make me go, fair enough. It's quite funny.